Hi, this is my Bolens S12d that I'm just getting up and running. It looks a little rough because its whole life has been spent doing snow blowing, and the body has got a real fine patina of rust everywhere. But interestingly, the frame and engine and so on has a lot of its original paint, so it's really not in that bad a shape, given how much rust there is on the body panels and such. I just picked up from eBay one of those seat covers. I'm going to try that out shortly, and I just replaced the solenoid, which wasn't really working, and picked up a cheap $10 one, and I'm thinking about cutting off that bracket in the back, which is just sort of in the way. The Walmart battery's been working out great. Starter generator's doing fine. I had to change up the chain somewhat, as the previous owner had put on a set of chains that were too small for these 27-inch tires, and actually had used rope to secure a second section. I went to Tractor Supply and picked up some links and sort of created my own chain links and so on, just to get me through this this season. Some of the other things that I've been doing is mucking around with the carburetor. I guess I was lucky in that this filter was never put on correctly, and it would allow anything to get inside the carburetor because it was so loose. But I've put on this extra little bit here, and that seems to allow me to secure this thing down tight. I do plan on replacing it. I also had to rejigger the governor setup. The original setup was super sloppy, and would allow for a lot of movement in the throttle line. And this is better, but it's perhaps not best. It works pretty well. But the other interesting thing was the actual governor spring wasn't set up with enough tension to actually make the engine run very well. It was kind of lagging along, and we needed some more tension on this spring. And so I could either adjust this screw here, or go down one hole on the governor arm, and that's what I decided to do, and it seems to run fine. If you can see this oily mess, it looks like the fuel pump is working, but it's definitely got a leak in the gasket behind there. I'm gonna have to make a new one. I can't seem to find a replacement for it right now. I'm not really crazy about this muffler setup, but it's working for now. I did have this running a little earlier. I'm going to see if I can just start it up again and show you how well this Wisconsin runs. This, I don't know if you can see that this switch was added, and see if we can get this thing started. Hey, a little choke. No, maybe a little throttle. Come on. itself off its wheels. Look at that. Crazy. The hydro is super quiet. I've never had such a quiet hydro before. I really don't know why. It's quiet and strong, and not really sure what it's leaking, but clearly something's coming out here somewhere, so I'll have to take a look at that. Other than that, other than the sort of the cosmetic issues, and yes, I do have a new replacement rear reflector, and I'll be cleaning this up over the spring and summer. But I'm really impressed with the build quality on these Bolens. Very, very well made, and not that hard to work on. Also, I did have a mouse nest, and yes, it is possible to pull back the metal far enough for you to get air hoses in there and long, needle nose and so on to pull it all out. And I got out the whole mouse nest. I was very happy for that. So anyway, that's my 1250. Hope to talk to you about my next tractor soon.